Hi everybody, and welcome back to another Survival Series episode. Now, I'm standing in a new outpost. If we look over this way, we can see, well, I guess we can't, but over that way is the house in the sky. Now, in the last episode, we left off where we were going to start exploring an abandoned mineshaft. Now, I ran into some technical difficulties with my microphone, and it didn't record any of the sound from that video. But I've got my operations in this part of the world pretty much wrapped up. But let's take a quick tour of what I've been doing around here. Now, through here, this is a ravine that I've been doing a little bit of work in. And this is generally how I approach these ravines. I make corridors in the walls, and I start at the top and I work my way down to the bottom. And while I was mining this corridor, I found my way into another ravine. And this one's quite large. It's quite a drop down there. And there's another ravine down this way. And this is as far as I ventured with the glass. I built a bit of a ledge out that way. And perhaps someday we will return and mine out all of this. But it's pretty spooky in this ravine. At the other end of this ravine, there is an abandoned mineshaft. And I've explored all of this abandoned mineshaft. And I got a lot of loot, quite a bit of minecart track. I left most of the track. If this were nearer my compound, I would completely strip this abandoned mineshaft of all of its timbers and all of its track. But we're here for a completely different purpose. You see, many months ago, I encountered a stranger when I was rowing across this ocean. And the stranger's name was Henry. And he mentioned to me that he had a castle far away, and he was thinking about leaving his castle and venturing to lands yet unknown and starting over. And I thought he was kind of crazy for doing that. But when I got back to my compound, I realized how very lonely I had been for all these years. So I vowed I would set out in search of Henry. And that is what I have done. Now this is a very long shaft that leads back to the house in the sky. So up that staircase is the house in the sky. And down here, I've been doing a little bit of mining. Now I've cleared this area. I had a lot of loot in these chests, and I brought most of it back up to the new compound, or the new outpost. I still have a bit left down here. Got some coal I guess I can drop off. Perhaps someday I'll return for all of this coal and this redstone and this lapis. And this is the mine. It's not a very big mine, but it's been very productive. It's a 2-level mine shaft. Down the staircase is the lower level. And I've hauled quite a bit of loot out of this mine. Got some shafts going that way and shafts going that way. And the typical mine shafts all the way down here. And this mine has been very productive. It doesn't cover a whole lot of area, but I've pulled a respectable amount of gold and iron ore and diamonds out of this mine. So perhaps one day I will return for the spoils. And through that cave is an abandoned mine shaft. And up here is the workroom. And I don't really need any of this, so I can just kind of leave that there for now. I'll restock my arrows. And I don't really think I need any of this. Through here I have a small garden that I planted, as well as a chicken pen. And out here is just kind of a back terrace. This is a very interesting area. But as interesting as this is, over the last little while I've been getting kind of homesick. I've been missing my compound. But I vowed not to return to my compound until I've located Henry. perhaps him and I will return to my compound together. There is more than enough room for two. If this trolley was integral to my compound, it would be very heavily protected. But since this is just an outpost, I can I don't need to reinforce it as heavily. But still, you notice all of the torches. Yes, indeed. Just call me Mr. Paranoid. But as a wise man once said, torches are cheap and light is good. Minecraft can be a very dark and very spooky game, and I never understood why some people ridicule others for the amount of torches they use to brighten their surroundings up. And I get it, I don't need to use as many torches, but I've got torches to burn. So all of this are the most important of the spoils from this operation. And I'm going to be taking all of this with me. Not all right now. I wish I had some ender chests. And I have a lot of ender chests at my compound, but I'm not going to be going back there. Over in this direction, you can see there's some torches leading away in the distance. But there's a village over there, and past that village is that ocean that I saw Henry on. And he was kind of traveling in that direction, so I think maybe if I travel that way, I might maybe run into him or run into his camp. That was the line of thought anyway. I kind of set off in that direction on a scouting trip, laying a torch highway along the shore, and I didn't see any sign of Henry. But I did find another area that I built a little outpost that looks promising to mine. So we're going to be leaving this area and we're going to head over there. So I'm going to take some of the stuff with me. I'll take some of these diamonds and gold, some of this iron. And I'll come back for the rest of this. But we're not going to be setting out right now, as it is nighttime. And there are some monsters out there. But the sun is coming up. So before too long, it'll be safe to head out. I have a nether portal But this nether portal just leads to it spawned in the nether, basically at the very top of the nether, and it's just a sheer drop off to the lava ocean many blocks below. It just spawned in the middle of the sky, basically, so it's not really any good to me. Well, the sun is up. Just give it another couple seconds. Don't think I need to take any of this right now. Yeah, let's get going. I don't see any monsters, so we should be good to go. Do I have a boat? Yeah. So if we follow these torches, we will wind up at the village. And I've visited this village a few times, and the villagers are very, very friendly and welcoming. It's the kind of community that makes you feel right at home. So when we come back for the rest of our haul, we will definitely be stopping off here to trade with these villagers. This is a neat looking house. I don't know what he's, looks like he's just kind of stuck up there. We'll leave him to it. What I'd really like to find is a blacksmith shop. But I don't see one around here anywhere. There's a library. I don't need any books. What about this one? Nothing. Oh well, let's just get a move on. Here's a blacksmith, I think. Mason. That's okay. So, once again, let's follow these torches. There's a bunch of horses up here. Check the sun. Got lots of time. Let's take a second and build a proper boat dock here. There we go. So it'll be kind of hard to see, so we'll just kind of hug the shoreline. But I have a trail of torches. And some of my favorite Minecraft memories, pre-aquatic update, are of me rowing around my southern ocean, or the massive ocean that leads to my, or the massive ocean, sorry, that leads to my jungle. Rowing around them at night, following the trail of torches. And prior to the aquatic update, there were no phantoms to hassle you if you didn't sleep. There were no drowned zombies chucking tridents at you from below the surface of the water. Yes, rowing a boat at night was just so tranquil, away from all of the monsters on shore. Yeah, it is a lot slower this way. I suppose I could just strike out across the ocean and hope to get lucky. But at least this way, I know that I'm not going to get lost. And I can easily find my way back, if need be. Perhaps in a future video, we will do nothing but row a boat around an ocean at night, following a torch trail. That might make a pretty good sleep aid. Well, we may end up doing that now, as the sun is starting to get low on the horizon. And we still have a fairly long way to go. Huh. It's kind of funny that that's still there. I shot a skeleton when I was trying to place a torch, and I never collected that loot. Where's the next torch? Straight ahead. Now we need to watch out in the open ocean. If we see a dead fish floating on the surface, or kelp floating on the surface, that's a telltale sign of a current that could sink our boat. I'm not seeing anything yet. Oh, yeah, right there. So we do not want to get over there, or we may be in for a long swim. There's a torch. Yeah, so this last bit, we'll be able to follow the remainder of the torch highway at night. And I'm already feeling kind of sleepy. That's the other nice thing about traveling at night. You can actually travel very far out in the ocean while keeping the torches within range. And at some point you may even see torches across on the other side, and you can just scoot right across to those. And then eventually you'll have a visual map of the ocean in your mind, and you'll just be able to cut across it like nothing. I can do that on my southern ocean, but I can't do that on this ocean or on my ocean that leads to the jungle. Those are just too big to memorize. And we have to be careful. We don't want to travel too close to the land, or else we may find ourselves swimming for it after a skeleton shoots us out of our boat. That's happened to me on more than one occasion. Oh, there's some kind of a monument down that way. Isn't this peaceful? Isn't this peaceful? Yeah, there's not a lot in Minecraft that rivals this for relaxation. And oh, there's another example of the so we need to row into this harbor quickly. And we made it. So this is just a small outpost for now. But in the future, I have pretty big plans for this place. got a bed, and this just kind of overlooks the bay. But this is the direction that Henry was heading. So my gut feeling is that his camp is around here somewhere. We just have to find it. So, in a future video, we will pick up right here, and we will stake our claim in this area. And once we do that, we'll set off and try to locate Henry. So, until now. Thanks for watching.